test of.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I think I've got the right thing up here. Looks that way to me. I think I got the circle box on here, though. I'll take that. We'll just jump right into this forecast. What we've been forecasting the last few days is this area in green on the temperature contour here. It's warming up, and we're starting to see this on all the charts. The challenge is, and the good news overall is you got more sleet in the northwest corner of the state than you did freezing rain, although you still have freezing rain right now. And the sleet's going to cause a problem on the roads. It already did in many areas. But the good news is the power grid's probably going to be okay, even if we get a little bit more freezing rain out there, although we're going to keep an eye on it because that all depends on these temperatures warming up. And notice to the north, this battle rages. We've just got an area low pressure to our south that's bringing that shifting the wind in the low levels to the south, and that's going to pass us by tomorrow, and the door's going to close, and it's going to get really cold. So we're going to have a real limited window, about a 3-hour window or slightly less than that for these roads to dry. And I think there's a majority of these more traveled roads that are out in the open that aren't surrounded by trees. I think there's a better shot that those will dry up some, but there's still going to be patchy black ice out there. And the challenge tonight in the northwest corner of the state is with the sleet you had this morning. It was heavy, about an inch of sleet accumulated out there. It actually looks like snow when that accumulates, but it's just really thick ice, and it's hard to get rid of it, and it takes several hours, even if temperatures get above freezing, and I do think they will. But you can see all this moisture continues to come in from the west. Still a bit of freezing rain on the north side of Huntsville over through Decatur, and definitely freezing rain in Russellville and Florence. So we're starting to get these accumulations. This is kind of the hour of concern we've had all along with this freezing rain. And I know if you're in it, you're like, when is it going to end, correct? So when it ends, hopefully, there we go. I got my button working. So again, it looks like cotton candy out there, but it's no fun. As we look at the southeastern part of the Huntsville metro area, that's where the warming's really taking place. Hartselle, you're going to see your roads improve tonight. If you know someone who's down there at the Alabama-Tennessee game tonight and they're worried about coming back, I think the interstate's just going to be wet. Even the Tennessee River Bridge is going to improve here between Decatur and Priceville. So we'll watch that. We're still a little concerned in the far north part of the state, up around Newmarket, also Hazel Green, and definitely Ardmore when you get up towards Pulaski. Again, it's not one of those nights where the temperatures are going to get colder overnight. They're actually going to get warmer in most areas. One exception could be DeKalb County. We'll get to that in a second. We've been talking about that for a while. I said we wouldn't ignore you, and we're not. So it's been warm there all day. In fact, it's 41 degrees there right now. These are the road temperatures. As of right now, your roads are frozen under that sleet, and then we've got the freezing rain on top of that. Roughly, as you get on the north side of Athens, up towards Ardmore, kind of draw that line near Town Creek, and you get down there just south of Russellville. It's in the upper 20s, but where it's a lot worse is up right along Highway 64 from roughly Pulaski to the west to Waynesboro and through Lawrenceburg. This is the warming we expect after 1 o'clock in the morning. Road temperatures, again, the rain will be heavy, but you're still kind of hovering around freezing there in around Florence, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, and also in Russellville. And again, those areas that have heavier sleet, this is a model that is run from Barron Services. Again, it's model data. It's not exactly what's going to be happening at that particular time, but it's the best way we can kind of give you any peace of mind as to what the road conditions will be like. I don't expect any problems at all except wet roads tomorrow morning for the Huntsville metro area down to the south, but there will be those outlying areas in the northwest corner of the state. And then we talk about Fort Payne, Rainsville, DeKalb County. If this wedge can somehow get stronger and sneak over, I think that's the only way you see freezing rain tonight. I give that about a 30% chance. As we continue on into Sunday, notice the reverse starts to happen. After the rain, we are going to see temperatures begin to drop. So once again, we've got that mix of sleet that doesn't want to go away, and most of this is freezing rain pretty much right now. This is what the model guidance is suggesting on the potential for additional accumulation. May get about 1/10 of an inch more, and if you've already got, say, 15/100ths of an inch, you're kind of approaching that 25/100ths, which weighs 500 pounds roughly on a power line that's 300 feet long. So could stress the power if this continues. And I think that the most likely places are going to be as you get towards Barton and Cherokee, Waterloo, and everywhere just to central out there, just to the northwest of Florence. We'll continue to monitor that. Also areas near Waynesboro. Also notice the area that kind of shows up a little bit there in DeKalb County and across the state line where that ice storm warning is in effect in northwest Georgia. So here's the latest forecast model guidance. This is the HRRR model. It's the it updates every 3 hours. So what it's doing is, notice that area of pink that I just showed you on the radar. It continues to kind of push this to the northwest slowly with time. So by 8 o'clock, you're still dealing with this freezing rain in Russellville, Florence, Pulaski, probably right on the line there in Ardmore, and everyone else is just seeing rain. And even though it's just raining there in Athens and probably Hazel Green, your roads may still be slick due to the ice that's been on them throughout much of the day. As we get past 10 o'clock, that's when we transition more to rain. I think everyone sees rain overnight. The winds are going to be gusty. So we're going to get this 41 degree temperature there in Florence. That is going to help melt the road some, but I would just stay home in all those areas unless you absolutely have to go somewhere. And then Fort Payne, we'll watch you there, 34 to 32 degrees. Right now, again, the chance about 30% that you'll see some freezing rain, so 70% chance it's just rain, right? As we kind of transition back here, this will be a very brief, quick 2 inches of rain, some flooding tonight possible. Again, we're looking at 2 to 3 inches of rain still. That's significant rainfall. And on the back edge, a brief wintry mix here as this comes to a close. The problem with that is if it's sleet, it's going to stay on the roads when the roads start to get colder, and that lasts about 3 or 4 hours again on the backside, and then we start to see those temperatures drop below freezing. So the icing threat is probably going to be higher, where it has been higher as far as the power line icing this whole event here. So we'll have to watch it closely. We've gone ahead and extended the first alert weather day into Monday just due to the cold temperatures and the chance for black ice in those areas. By Sunday night, it is very cold. The northwest wind at 10, gusting to 25 miles an hour. The wind chill will be dropping into the teens. And if we have clouds, we'll have a few snow flurries, and that's probably the gist of that. I mentioned rainfall totals. Looking at 2, maybe 3 inches there, Phil Campbell and Russellville. Also Arab, 2.5 inches to 3 inches there. So very heavy rain tonight, and then those gusty winds coming in too. Here's that much colder air that starts coming in Monday. It doesn't look as cold in the model guidance because the model guidance we looked at just a few days ago when this cold blast was coming was thinking there was going to be a lot of snowpack on the ground, and that's why we were looking at probably 4, 5, 6 degrees, something like that. But I think you're going to have to drip the faucets beginning tomorrow evening if your house has been susceptible to that in the past, because we could have some burst pipes. And here's your 10-day forecast updated with Monday's first alert weather day. The high only 26. That was hard to get out, right? High only 26. And then we're looking at wind chills in the morning, perhaps 7 below 0 to 0. And right now, the cold is one of the reasons some of these schools are canceling for Monday, but there's also the black ice potential there, and you don't want school buses out on that. Then Tuesday, even colder with a clear sky overnight, down to 11, less wind too, pipe bursting weather there, and it's no picnic for the rest of the week. As we get ready for February, we finish out the month really cold, 37 Thursday, 35 Friday. But right now, we're going to go with a dry forecast. We don't have any chance of rain or snow in this forecast. I know there's a little nonsense on social media, some model madness again, but we're not taking that bait just yet. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Jada Russell will be back here later on this evening, give you another update on those current conditions. Hopefully, she'll be able to tell you that sleet, snow line, freezing rain line continues to lift off to the north and the west. And, of course, I'll have another update on our Weather Extra tonight at 9:30, and then the news tonight at 10 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later.